Yo, what's happening, guys? Hello, hi to everyone. Dillian Mode here, another day. I did not get to stream yesterday because yesterday was a really hectic day at work for me, and I didn't get any sleep from Saturday to Sunday, and then it was the Super Bowl Sunday yesterday. So my job, I work on a restaurant. Oh, it's packed, bro. It was crazy last night. I got home like at 2:30 in the morning. So I haven't really slept that much this weekend. But here we are, always getting up and making some live content for you guys. And today I'm dealing with the last tension hip hop cue that I made on let me see, it was Saturday. If I'm not mistaken, I made this beat on Saturday. On Sunday morning, I mixed it and arranged it, and I submitted it to my music library. And today I got the email that they actually loved the track. They said nice track for the album. So I think we're now up to 13 tracks for that album, so 7 to go, and we're on a roll. But today I want to show you guys how I made this beat in a more, straight up fashion. Like this time, I'm not going to be programming or sound selection or none of that stuff. It's not going to be 2 hours like normal. I'm just going to show you what I did in case you didn't see the live stream, okay? But if you did see the live stream, if you do want to see the live stream, then go over to my last live video, Tension Hip Hop Cues, and you can see exactly how I made this beat, what instruments I used, and all that stuff. And I'm going to showcase to you guys the same right now. So if anybody's up here in the chat right now, let me know. Let's talk a bit. I'm gonna go to my channel and check out the stream. Here we are. Here we are, guys. All right. So I forgot I don't know where I put my water. Oh, it's back there. I'll get it soon. So this cue is called It Watches Over. It's an F sharp minor, and it's 180 BPM, okay? First, I'm going to show you kind of this section right here where the drums, what I did with the drums. And then I'll show you the melodies. Let's go over to this section over here, Okay, so I'm going to play the drums. The drum section right now is all in blue. And also, oh no, okay, so this is what the drums sound. So those are the drums. Let's go now to each individual instrument. So this is the kick, and this is just a sample that I got. This is the sample from Cymatics, and this is the pattern. That's the kick pattern, like so. And I'm using Impact for it. So all these are kick samples that I got from Cymatics and others, and I still have to fill more up. It's easier for me to just go around and pick kicks, So that's that. Moving on to the snare. The snare, this is the pattern, and the snare is a sample by this Prod by Ocean. You guys know Ocean from YouTube. So from his pack, the Minerals pack, I use snare 2, and sounds like this. I put a little reverb here. This is the Sample 1 sampler from Studio One, and this is the pattern right here in MIDI notes. Nice. That's the snare. Moving on. I layered it with a rim. It's kind of doing the same thing. And the rim is also by the Minerals Ocean Pack, rim number 4. And that's how it sounds. The pattern is the same as snare. But let's play them together. So that's the snares kind of with that layer. Next, moving on, we got the hi-hat. Now this is the pattern of the hi-hat. Maybe you want to pause the video, take a screenshot so you can see how this pattern goes. So you can see it's all like 32 notes. And up till here is the hi-hat pattern. This is the closed hi-hat pattern. Also another sample by Ocean's Mineral Pack, hi-hat 17. Sounds like this. And as you can see, it's panning from right to left. It's because I have Pancake on it, which is a panning plugin, but I'll show you that later after I show you this pattern. So here it goes. So that's it. This is also the velocity, how I have it for these hi-hats. You can see. You can also pause the video here or take a photo of it if you guys want to mimic that hi-hat. And what's doing on Pancake is just like, it's just panning from left to right. Sorry, I put the whole beat there for you guys. Moving on from that, I got this open hi-hat now. Also another prod by Ocean Minerals open hi-hat number 12. This is how it sounds like. And this is the pattern for the open hi-hat. Pretty. I have nothing going on this open hi-hat, nothing. I didn't even EQ it or anything. I just panned it a little to the right. Then we got this percussion loop that I found on Splice. This is what it does. Let me turn off that open hi-hat. This is that perk loop from Splice. It's called Musical Clock 135. I've used it a couple of times actually in my cues. And that's it. And as far as the processing, didn't do anything to it either, because it's kind of in the background. Then I have this conga perk that I also found on the Cymatics pack. I have a Cymatics percussion loop pack, and I found this one called Cymatics Channels Perk Loop. Right here, you can see it right here in the corner. And so this is what it does. That's all I used, that little part. I just thought that they sounded like kind of actiony and suspenseful. And moving on, I have these chimes shot. Also rare percussion tippet bells. This one is from Splice also. And this one does this. I just wanted that shot, like a little accent with those chimes. That's how it does. And so the whole percussion ensemble, just so you guys get a little an idea of how I rearrange this percussion ensemble, it does this. And that's it. So those are the drums. I already played you the drums at the beginning. Now I'm going to play this part. This is the synth bass. Now this beat is really crazy because it has a synth bass and a kick for some parts, and then it comes an 808 comes later into the game, into the beat, and the 808 acts as the bass and the kick drum, and we will listen to it later on when we play the whole beat. So right now I used Umbra. Let's look for Umbra right here. This is the Umbra plugin. I don't know if you guys can see it yet. So this Umbra, I'm using bass Ubase 09. Kind of sounds like this. Right? And so this is the pattern that I made, and this is what it sounds like. So that's it. Kind of the whole beat is that with the synth bass. Then we have the 808 is this one. This one's from Sublab. Let's pull up Sublab. It's called Chest Exploder from the Crushed pack, preset pack. Chest Exploder, really good. Sounds like this. Sorry, that's not it. Sounds like this. So right now I have a latency issue here, but it's because the sample rate is high enough. But that's how the 808 sounds. And so I'm only bringing it here in this part. And so I want you guys to see the pattern that I made here on MIDI. It's right here. You can see the notes kind of. Very simple. Next, we are going to the melodic section. So first, I'm going to show you these brass kind of sounds that I got from Heat Up, from the orchestra pack, the Deal Breaker cinematic preset. That's how it sounds, and this is the pattern. And just repeats along with this other Heat Up pack. Well, no, oh no, right, this is not a Heat Up. It says Heat Up right here, but it's the session horns by Contact, and just layering those. So they're just layering in that first part and also the last hook. So those two together sound like this. So I like that brass and sax from the Contact library because it gives it like that grit, like that initial hit. While the first brass synth from Heat Up, it's more mellow. It doesn't have that transient coming through. That's why I layered it with that, just to explain a little bit of my process. Then we got this main melody going on, which I bring it really at when the verse comes in. So none of this has the main melody or anything, the first kind of minute. Or maybe I just put main melody so I knew what was going on. So the main melody comes from none other than Umbra. Umbra has great dark cinematic sounds, guys. I cannot stress it enough. I'm using the keys category, and the preset is called UKey08. Okay. Let's see. That's how it sounds. And then this is the pattern that I came up with. Like so. That's it. I literally didn't do anything to it. Maybe I send it somewhere. No. I mean, I send all my instruments to an instrument bus and then I process the bus. But you get the gist of that. That was the main melody. So then I have this vocal pads. Now these vocal pads say heat up because it was a vocal preset from Heat Up, which I played in, and then I turned into audio and I processed it a little bit. So these pad vocals, let me look for them on the mixer. So these pad vocals have all these inserts. So it has kickstart, it has a Pro EQ, and it has some reverb, and then it's sent to a delay. Now I'm going to play it without the processing, okay? It's just this part right here. Sorry, this part right here. So those are the vocal, that's the vocal presets, just a few notes played, like, right? But then I added kickstart first, so now it does this. Then I added a Pro EQ. This is what the EQ is doing. And also, let me show you what kickstart is doing. This is what kickstart is doing. And then the Pro EQ, this is this band pass kind of thing. Right? And then it's going into this Valhalla vintage verb. And ultimately, with this delay, feels bigger. So that is that sound, right? Then I'm going into this lead. Now this lead, it plays in the intro, and then it plays again at the finale of the beat. So it's, I don't know, I put it lead because it has like that lead sound, but I don't know, it's not really leading the beat, but this sound comes from Serum. It's called Tropical Vibes Serum Lead Aura. So it's tropical vibes, but I use it to make attention hip hop beats. So this is how it sounds like. Right? I got this preset from Splice, and this is the pattern. Let me show you guys the pattern here. This is the pattern starting from here, and this is what the pattern sounds like. And I didn't do anything to it, just send it to the instrument bus and panned it a little bit to the left. Moving on, I have this other main, so this main melody, the main melody is a layer. So this one is like the main one, but this is a layer of the main one. I should have this one here, right? And it's the same pattern as the main melody. Same notes and everything, just a different sound. And let me show you guys what this sound is. So this sound is also from Umbra. It's the Keys U Key 04, also from Umbra, and it sounds like this. Has a lot of delay. Like I didn't put anything to it. That's just how the sound comes. Moving on, you know, at the end, the last hook, I put everything together so it sounds bigger, right? Kind of makes sense. Then I have this vocal impact. Now this vocal I found from Splice, and it was like it was a complete vocal take. And no, actually, I found this on Splice because I had an idea that I wanted the hit to be a crash, but I said like, what if the crash is like a voice, like a kind of thing, you know? And I searched that on Splice, and this is the first thing that I got, and it just sounded great. And almost that one, I didn't put anything on it, but as I said, the instrument bus, I send it to a delay, and well, sounds bigger. Doesn't have anything else. And then the last component of this beat, you can see this beat this beat has only 18 tracks. I've seen beats for this same purpose that have 80 tracks, 40 tracks, stuff like that because of the layerings. And layering is super cool and everything, but you know, like this, I think that this sounds good. If I wanted to keep layering stuff, I could, and I could be hours doing that. But right now, let me just continue with this. So this is an effect that I found from the Ana 2 library effects, the Ana 2 effects category, and it's called Fast Puncher, and it sounds like this. Just a nice like cinematic effect, just to make it just entering that transition. So these are all the components of the beat, right? Now I'm gonna talk a little bit about the arrangement. So obviously for a music cue for TV or ads, they ask that it be like 1 minute and 30 seconds to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's kind of the standard thing, you know, what they ask for, in length of the track wise, you know. And so this track is only 140, 145, 145, something like that, 143. Okay. And it's this first section, the intro, as you can see, it's only the Umbra bass synth and the lead, right? So this is the intro, 8 bars. As I go out of the intro, I bring in the drums with my vocal impact, with my melody layer, with my brasses. So like I enter it's kind of a first hook, but it doesn't have like all the components. Then as I'm entering these other bars over here, it's a stronger hook. So it has more percussion and more of the vocals in the background, just giving it like a little bit more of energy with the percussion. But then it comes down again after 16 bars, comes down and goes into a 16-bar verse. And here in the verse, you can see that I only have the kick, the snare, the kick and the snare, the open hi-hats. So every 8 bars, I want to have something kind of different, you know. So right here, like, yeah, after these 4 bars, so I got 4 bars here, and then I got 4 bars, I think it's 8 bars actually, let me see. Yeah, it's like 8 bars. That was the intro. And so after 8 bars, I got these 8 bars, and then I got 16 bars of kind of an energetic verse, and then I got like 16 bars of a little downer verse. But after this first 8 bars, these 8 bars right here in the middle, then I got like a little bit more energy with the perk loop and the congas and my vocals, just to give it that sweet transition into this bridge part, which is like an energetic when the 808 comes in, and it's just the 808 and the drums. It's nothing else, and it just like just hitting there, just giving it a little contrast of what was happening. So then I have this little transition here coming into the last verse. So the last verse is a combination of the bridge and the really powerful hook. So the really powerful hook comes in at 1 minute and 20 with all the melodic components. But then after 8 bars, I take the kick out, I take the bass synth out, as so, and I just leave the 808. And at those last 8 bars, I bring in that lead from Serum. You see, I'm hoping that you can understand this type of arrangement and explanation that I'm giving you, because obviously we have to finish off with a sting. So my sting comes right after there, and for my sting, I just used my 808, the brass synth. I used these notes from the main melody. I used this note from the main melody, and then I used one note from the lead. So it's just like pop, one note. As you can see, it doesn't have the kick or anything because the 808 is gonna do the job. And now that I've explained all of the parts, I'm going to play you guys the beat, okay? That part is fucking crazy. That's the track, guys. It's called It Watches Over. It was approved by the music library for my Hip Hop Tension album. So you guys might learn something from this, you know, if you guys are interested in making music for TV ads and stuff like that. And just on a quick overview of how the mixing was done, this is my leveling. I'm EQing the kick, I'm panning the hi-hats. Everything I do it on the bus. So the drum bus has a virtual mix rack, like always. That's a drum bus. My instrument bus has virtual mix rack, a widener, and some Infinity EQ. My bass has Infinity EQ and virtual tape machine. And then for my mastering, so I'm gonna play the beat again, and I'm gonna show you all the mastering plugins. Well, I don't use mastering plugins, you know, I just use normal plugins and put them on the master fader, on the main fader, and then just put the Yuli meter and see how loud I'm hitting. But this is what I got for my master channel over here. So I got the Pro EQ first. Then I have virtual mix rack doing so. Then I got virtual tape machine doing so. It gets my computer gets slow when I get these plugins out. After virtual tape machine, I got FGX2 limiter. Let me just close these plugins so others can. The FGX2, my favorite limiter right now. These are the settings that I use for this beat. And then I have another limiter, the soft clip limiter from Spreezone and Studio One. This is a stock plugin. All I'm doing is putting it a ceiling of negative 0.05 so it just doesn't go beyond that. And then, as you can see, I have nothing of gain reduction here. That's just so it doesn't pass that. That's the true limiter. And let's see where we're hitting with the Yuli meter. So short term, we got negative 10. Momentarily, we have negative 9, negative 8. When the 808 comes in, it goes negative 8. And we got a true peak of negative 0.9. And that's it, you guys. Like, that is it. Watches over. That's the beat. I'm hoping that it gets placed. I really hear it like in a video game like Watch Dogs or this other game that my friend told me about, Cyberpunk. Yeah, I really imagine my music in being kind of like those tense filled games or like a trailer or a commercial or something like that. So please, let's keep our fingers crossed that I get a placement with this album. It's gonna have 20 songs. I'm on, this would be, I think, number 13, track number 13. They're all kind of the same vibe. And whenever that album is ready, I'll show you guys a little bit of the album. But right now, just wanted to make this video to show you the elements, the sounds, and the arrangement of said beat. So if you guys are interested in, doing music for TV or really tense filled hip hop, then maybe you can learn something, and I want to learn from you guys also. So please subscribe to my channel and comment whenever you want. I love to learn. If you guys have any tips and tricks for me, I super appreciate it. And also, I do everything on Studio One. So if you guys are into Studio One and want to learn more about Studio One, then this is the place to be, guys. Okay, so I really appreciate if you hit that like button, if you share this with your friends, and if you subscribe to my channel. I'm always doing hip-hop beats and just having fun here live with you guys. So thanks a bunch. This is the end of the stream now. And if you guys do want to get in touch with me, you can send me an email at dillianmode@dillianmodebeats.com, or go to my IG and go to Dillian Mode PR. And you can have free beats, funny content, educational, inspirational, and guitar stuff. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always,